So Dave, what happened to Shotgun Express? Obviously you were working well with Mick Fleetwood and Rod Stewart and Peter Green. How did it kind of end? What happened?
Well, that point was that as he was getting more and more influenced by what Clapton was into, not necessarily what Clapton was playing, but he was heavily influenced in those blues guitarists, i.e. Freddie King, Buddy Guy, John and B.B. King. I think that that's what he found he wanted to really do. And the opportunity arose when Clapton decided to leave and get together with Jack Bruce and Baker. He was immediately offered the gig with Mail, and he took it. And I remember him telling us, and we were very disappointed, obviously, because he's such a popular guy. He was great and very difficult to replace him. Luckily, we found someone very good to replace him, was Phil Sawyer. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. What really matters was that Peter was on his journey and he had learned so much in that band. Now, we're moving on from there, and what happened afterwards when he had that experience, when he wanted to become a writer, a really great writer. I think in one sense, Peter Green was more of an artist than Clapton. The two had their similarities in their playing style and their phrasing. Both were heavily influenced by B.B. King. That's obvious. And maybe, yeah, I would say that, yeah. But I think Greenie, on taking those substances in Munich, was his wanting to explore more. He'd realised that he had become an artist. Very different being just a guitarist. Very different. Conceptually, he had changed, become much more imaginative. And so taking that was probably out of pure curiosity. But it's always a great danger with taking those sort of golden sunshine or those sort of things, is that it can really be quite dangerous if you are with dark, sort of not very good people. And it sounds as these people weren't very nice, who he was dealing with. And if you're not dealing with good people, it can affect you very badly. Whether it was bad before or not, who knows? But he must have had a traumatic experience to have changed his mind that radically.
You did see him some years after, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And my old pal Peter Bardens rang me up and said, look, I've got Greenie, that's Peter Green, call him Greenie, staying with us, with his wife, in Lots Road, and I really need a break. He's been with us for quite a while. Could you put him up for a little bit? I said, of course, yes, fine. We had lived only down the road, just in Fulham. So he came round, very quiet, didn't say much, walked around for a bit, showed him his room, and he walked down the stairs completely naked, and he wouldn't get dressed. And he wouldn't get dressed. 3 days went on, and he was just in a very, very strange place, let's put it that way. So we took him out to Windsor and we went rowing or motorboat, and me and Pete try and talk to him and make him realise that he ought to wake up. You know, this is the real world. And, you know, forget about all his traumas or whatever. So he went out for a walk or something, and he rang me, and he was going to come back, and he said, I'm not feeling right. I'm not feeling right in myself at all. And I just urged him to go and see a doctor about his mental health. And the rest is history, really. He was given the shocking electric shock treatment, and that subdued him for a while. And I think he finally made a recovery. I've seen him on TV, on programs. He seemed pretty good. More back to his old self. Probably not as creative, not as fiery, but he was okay. Yeah, it's not a good... That's it.